Hey everyone,
Hey everybody!
we are back and it is not Sunday.
No, it is not.
Which I feel so strange, but then some things never change. You can hear my dog in the background going crazy. I don't know what he wants. I tried everything. So
it's like, okay. You've got a crying dog and I have lighting that's like.
So we are both hot messes like normal, so at least we're on point. Hi, Shay. Yeah, we're going to talk about the original series first. And what was funny is when we were just talking about you off live whenever you pop that comment up. So
we were talking about, I think you have these editions of Cardcaptor, right, Shay? Do you have these ones? I don't remember because I started with these little guys, little baby ones. Back in the day.
Back in our youth.
So I think first we want to talk about the whole reason why we're doing this.
Yeah. So we are doing a year of Clamp where we go through all of the physical printed English titles of Clamp's works. And we kind of broke it up into every single month. I try to put series that made sense together.
Yes.
And in January we chose our favorite, which is Cardcaptor Sakura, and there's many editions.
Yeah, there's lots. There's this one. There's a big, new, fancy ones.
Yes, I don't feel like pulling it, but yeah, we have.
And the continuation.
And then after we talk about that, we kind of read Cardcaptor Clear Card for the first time, which is a continuation. It takes place right after this series finishes, but it was written 16 years later.
Yes.
So I just think that that's so interesting. It kind of gives us hope that Clamp will come back and finish off series that they started and never finished, because one of the negative things about Clamp is that they're notorious for starting a series and you get attached to it and then it doesn't have an ending.
Yeah.
So and we'll get to it, but what's really funny is even though that Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card ends, it kind of leaves it where it could be open. It could be open to continuing.
Yes.
So
they did leave it open to continue, even though it does have like a satisfying ending.
Yeah, it definitely has a satisfying ending. So, but yeah, did you want to open us up with just a spoil-free of just the original?
So, Cardcaptor Sakura is about a girl named Sakura. She's in 4th grade in the beginning of this series. One day she goes down to her dad's basement, which is a library. She finds a book on the shelf. It like falls open, I think it is. And out comes this little plushie, she thinks he is, and a whole bunch of cards fly out of it into the world. And the little plushie guy, Kiro, says that he is the protector of these cards and that she has to basically capture them and put them back into this book because they are cards created by this sorcerer. And if she doesn't catch them and bring them back into the book, then calamity will befall the world. And so she basically becomes like a magical girl of sorts. and has to recapture all of these cards that she has set free from this book. So that's the like in a nutshell, Cardcaptor Sakura.
Yeah, I tried to do a reading vlog, and I couldn't contain all my thoughts because I was trying to give like starting off the video like a description like you just did, and I was going all over. I was like, I'm scrapping this vlog. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. And then I'm forcing myself to do wrap ups every single month. So I was like, I'm gonna wait to do the wrap up until after this, so then that way I can hopefully get my thoughts together before I do a reading wrap up. But yeah, because the reason why I think I love this series, well, one of the reasons why I love the series so much is because of all the characters and all their dynamics and how they're kind of like all connected, and it's just one big giant like PG soap opera in a sense.
PG
even though like
question mark.
yeah, it's PG, but then if you kind of dig deeper, and they have which we'll get into undertones of really messed up stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did you want to kind of talk about like the other characters and in it? Like, I mean, I don't mind doing some of them, and then you can do some of them.
Yeah, I'll start with Sakura's family. So Sakura lives with her dad and her older brother. Her brother is in high school, and he kind of picks on her and just like teases her, makes fun of her, whatever. Her dad is like super sweet. He is oh my gosh, what is it called? Why can I not think what it is? Archaeology professor. But he's also like a homemaker because her mom passed away when she was really little. And so her dad is also like, he cooks and he cleans and he does all of the house stuff. And he also has this giant library in their basement. Sakura's mom died when she was really young, but her dad likes to keep the spirit of her mother alive with putting pictures of her like in public spaces, and he like changes out the pictures. They have a lot of pictures of her mom because her mom was a model. And one of the things that you find out later in the series is that her dad was actually her mom's teacher in high school, and they got married really young. I think the mom was 16 or something. So there's like an age gap, and yeah, so there's an age gap. There's the whole like they got married in high school. She had the older brother when I think she was still in high school. And that means that Sakura's mom's family, so you meet her mom's cousin and her grandpa, her mom's grandpa, and they both basically like disowned the family because they were so upset that she married so young and that she died so young, and they blame Sakura's dad for it. So, yeah. And then there's like more the cousin was also in love with the mom, and the cousin's daughter is Sakura's best friend, who is also in love with Sakura. And then we can get into the friends. So you can talk about the friends. That's basically Sakura's family members that you know of.
You didn't mention the best family member or favorite.
Toya?
The brother.
I did mention the brother. He
you did?
Her. Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
He's got an older brother. He's in high school. He bullies her because that's what older brothers do. I guess one thing I should mention is that Toya does have like not psychic ability. He can see ghosts.
Yeah.
And so he can see their mother who passed away. So he still has a connection with the mother. He sees the mother's ghost and everything like that. But yeah, so he can see spirits, and that does become an important part of his character throughout the series.
Yeah.
But yeah, so speaking of friends of Sakura and the family.
Yeah. Sakura's brother has a best friend named, oh my god, in the anime, which I'm trying not to, it's Julian, but I can't, is in the show it is what is it?
Yuki.
Not the show, in the manga it's what?
Yuki. Yeah.
What is Yuki's
Yue?
Okay, Yuki. Okay, yeah. So should I don't want to get into spoilers. Should I? And I'm trying.
It's okay. Just say Yuki. So Toya's best friend is Yuki.
So yeah, so Yuki, what Sakura actually has a crush on her brother's best friend. And that's like a major like thing at first. And I guess I'll introduce Sakura's friends. So like you said before, her technically cousin, but you kind of don't. I'm surprised that
it's her
Sakura,
second cousin. It's her mom's daughter, so they're second cousins.
And also, to be fair, even though it doesn't make it any better, to be fair, they didn't know that they were cousins at first. Yeah. They find that out later on, which but yeah, so she has a best friend that it's a really sweet. Yeah, her
name, best friend.
Tomio. Wow, I'm off. Tomio.
There's the brother.
Yeah.
There's the dad. And here is a picture of Sakura's mom.
Yeah. Tomio is super, super kind, super sweet, super loving. Loves making costumes for Sakura.
There's Yuki, the best friend.
Oh, yeah. And I guess we'll get into spoiled territory because I can't not say it because I'm trying hardest. So anyway, so Sakura's brother and his best friend are actually get into a relationship, which is our favorite part. But I wasn't going to talk about that later. But anyways, but yeah. So then we meet a transfer student named what is his name? Chiron. And
let's see if I can find a picture of him.
Pretty much we learn right away that he has magical powers too, just like Sakura, because he pops up whenever Sakura is trying to catch the cards, and they kind of butt heads at first. They're kind of not really Sakura so much, but Lee's more in competition with Sakura, and kind of has his guard up and doesn't think that she's good enough and doesn't think that she deserves to have the cards. Because isn't he related to the person that made the cards?
Yes. So Lee or Shaoran Lee is related to Clow Reed, who is the one who made the cards.
Yeah. Yeah, so he doesn't think that Sakura is worthy enough. But as the series progresses, she proves herself. And then they kind of have a love. They kind of fall in love in the original series. And
after he falls in love with Yuki as well.
Oh, yeah.
And they're love rivals because they both fall in love with Yuki.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the most funniest part was when Sakura and Lee were fighting over for Yuki's affection.
Mm-hmm.
And remember when I sent you that picture? That was so funny. But
trying to find a good picture of Lee. This is when he first shows up. So Sakura can sense the cards
Yeah.
because she has an innate ability to do it. And Shaoran uses this board to
track them.
find the cards.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find a better picture of him.
Oh, look what Jake wrote. Not BT with student-teacher relationship.
No.
Yeah, the reason
There he is again.
the reason why I said PG is because the first time I read it, I didn't pick up on that at all.
When you're young,
Yeah.
so I got this version, this volume, when I was in 6th grade. So I read Cardcaptor when I was like 6th, 7th, maybe 8th grade as well. So I didn't pick up on the fact that her mom was 16 when her dad was a teacher.
Yeah.
We're going to get into the relationships now since we're already talking about it.
Yeah.
So her mom and dad have a student teacher relationship, or had, because her mom has passed away. Their Toya had a student teacher that he had a relationship with. So she was a college student when he was in middle school.
Yeah.
And they had a relationship. Sakura, who is in 4th grade, has a friend who's also in 4th grade who has a relationship with their teacher. And that's the one that bothers me the most because she's 4th grader.
Yeah.
And it really feels like grooming because he's like, you're so mature and I'm going to give you this ring as a like promise ring so that you can like promise, like I promise to wait for you to grow up and you promise to wait for me or whatever. And that was like, I'm like,
Yeah.
No.
That was probably the most uncomfortable because it was the most blatant obvious.
Yeah. No. Because like the other ones, it's like you wouldn't know. There's like one line that tells you like, oh, she was in college and he was in middle school. Oh, she was in high school and he was a teacher. Like, so if you don't like really pay attention, you don't really notice it. Yeah. And then there's a last relationship. I don't know. Should we talk about that one or is that one kind of spoilers?
Doesn't that one happen in Clear Card?
No. They have their relationship in the first, at the end of the first.
At the end of the first one. Okay. I was thinking for some odd reason that it doesn't go into that it's official until Clear Card. Like you see them together, but you don't see it doesn't.
I guess they just like hint at it and they're just like, it's my special person, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But since we're already talking about it, we're going to talk about it.
There's another student-teacher relationship.
There's another student-teacher relationship. So the college student teacher that dated Toya when he was in middle school ends up with Clow Reed's reincarnation, he's like stopped time for himself so that he would stay a 4th grader, like he would stay in a 4th grader body so that he could meet Sakura and be her own age and they could be like friends or whatever. So he's still like, he's got all of his previous memories and he has the mind of an adult, but he's in the body of a 4th grader and he's having a relationship with this woman who's an adult.
That clearly has a type that she shouldn't have.
So, and that's probably like one of the main things that when we get into like what we like and what we don't like about the series, we can like talk about that.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all the red flags. I think there's 3 or 4 student-teacher relationships, and then there's slight incest. But
there's cousins that have feelings for each other, but they never actually get together.
Yeah, okay, so that's not incest.
Mom and her cousin. The cousin has the feelings for Sakura's mom.
Yeah.
but never, like, she talks about it all the time. She's like, I was in love with her. She was my person. Da, 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 da. You took her away and whatever. So it's like talked about all the time. And then Sakura's best friend Tomio, she doesn't like outright say it, and she never says it to Sakura, but other people tell her, like, you're in love with Sakura, aren't you? And she's like, yes, but I know that she's not in love with me. And so I'm never going to put her through the heartbreak of having to tell me that she's not in love with me, because Sakura is such a sweet person. It would hurt her to hurt me. And so, like, Tomio is like one of my favorites just because her story is so, like, tragic. She's so supportive of Sakura. She, like, films all of her adventures. She makes all of these costumes for her. One of my favorite things is her mom works at a toy company that we'll talk about in other videos because it's from other Clamp series. But, like, they have these gadgets that like Tomio gives them, and I'm like, can I have this cell phone, please? I want this cell phone.
You probably have
Also,
it made.
there's a pager that's a necklace. It's a necklace pager, and I'm like, can I freaking have this? Can I have this pager? I want it. Why have they not, like, out of all of the Cardcaptor merch that they make, why haven't they made those? I want them. Anyways, Tomio's tragic and wonderful, and I love her.
So yeah, I actually tabbed where she confesses her feelings to Sakura.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
So it says her name is Tomio. I keep calling her Madison because if you don't know,
In the
that's
anime.
the English anime names. They change the names, so that's what I'm used to. So Tomio says, I really love you too, Sakura-chan. And then Sakura-chan says, me too, Tomio-chan. It's time for the closing ceremony. And then Sakura says, okay. And then Tomio says, I think we're talking about different kinds of love. And then Sakura says, did you say something? And then she says, Sakura, I'll tell you when we're older. Let's go.
So she does tell her, but, like, Sakura doesn't get it.
Yeah. So.
It's so heartbreaking.
Yeah, and she even says later on, she was to, like, someone else, she was like, as long as she's happy, that's all that matters to me. And she also encourages a different relationship to happen. So she's not selfish at all.
Yeah.
She actually pretty much encourages Sharon to confess his feelings for her, because she knows that Sharon, like, cares about her, because she can tell because they have the same feelings.
Yeah.
So
Tomio and Yuki both nudge Sakura into realizing, like, Yuki tells Sakura, because she's had a crush on Yuki forever, she confesses her feelings to Yuki, and Yuki's like, I know you love me, but there's someone else who you love more. You just haven't realized it yet. So he, like, nudges her into figuring out her feelings for Shaoran, and Tomio nudges both Shaoran and Sakura into realizing that they have feelings for each other.
Yeah, I think it's like, crushes and liking are two different things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think it's like she just has, like, a crush on this older, her brother's friend, and then she really actually has feelings for Lee. At least that's what I picked up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so we already covered. We didn't talk about the Guardians.
No, we haven't. So, getting back into the cards themselves. So, to capture the cards, Sakura basically has to like battle against them, the first card just basically like comes back to her. It's the Windy card. And Windy is like one of the most peaceful cards. And so she didn't even have to like do anything to get Windy back. There's Windy.
Yeah.
Windy just came back, and then Windy helps her capture some of the first cards. The main cards are like wind, water, fire, earth. And then there's other cards. There's like the illusion card, the maze card, the mirror card, jump, fly. There's a bunch of different ones. And then these two. So Hero, the little stuffed animal, who's the guardian of the book.
Oh yeah, he's right here. Just happened.
Let's see if I can. There's his little chibi form. Yeah, perfect. So he has like a little stuffed animal form because he doesn't have all of his powers back once all the cards are released. You have to collect all of the like cards that are related to fire, and then he'll transform into this big winged lion. And then inside of Yuki, there's Yue, who is like the water, wind, moon side of the magic cards. And he's also the protector of the cards and the judge of the cloud cards. And so they come into the story multiple times. Kiro is always there. Kiro or Kiroberes is there with Sakura the whole time, helping her collect the cards and helping her like figure out which cards would trap the other cards.
So, yeah. I'll ruin my book.
Don't ruin your book.
I can't. Yeah. So that guy right there, the best friend, is that guy.
Yes. So they inhabit the same body.
Yeah.
Yuki doesn't know that Yue is inside him, but Yue knows everything that happens to Yuki.
Yeah.
Until later in the book.
Yeah. Yeah. What's really crazy about this is that even the side characters have played major like roles throughout, and people that you think are just kind of like throwaway characters show up later on in a bigger role.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed that.
Once Sakura has collected, I think, about half of the cards, that is when we meet a new transfer student who's a young boy. And this young boy, we find out through spoilers, is actually Cloud Reed's reincarnation.
Yeah.
And he, at first, you think he's a bad guy because he has 2 guardians with him. I don't know if I have any pictures up there.
I don't know if they.
But he has 2 guardians with him that are like causing trouble for Sakura, but then you realize that there he is. So that's like the young reincarnation of Cloud Reed.
I wonder if it shows. Oh, this is Cloud Reed.
There we go. So that's him before he's reincarnated. But they basically push Sakura to finish collecting the other cards. But you think he's trying to like trick her or trying to get the cards for himself or something like that. You don't realize that he's just trying to help her collect the cards faster.
I noticed that a lot in this, is that when they introduce a villain character, in the end, I guess because it's like a younger shoujo, they become friends.
Yes.
So, yeah.
There's like no real villains in Cardcaptor, Sakura, or Clear Card. Like, I guess Clear Card kind of has villains.
But they kind of turn around at the end.
But yeah.
In a way.
But so why do I? Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can
Do,
find
do,
it.
do you remember me? I was like, I'm confused over this Black Butler wannabe. I was like, what is going on? I was like, what is happening? I can't. That's kind of disappointing that they don't have like nice art prints for the other Guardians. That's weird. You would think that they would at least have one.
Yeah.
Maybe it's in 30. Oops.
So he's got these like parallel Guardians. Spiral Sun,
Oh,
which
well,
is
here's one of them.
Kiro's. So this is the human version of Ruby Moon, which is like UA's counterpart, and then Spiral Sun is Cerberus's counterpart.
Okay, so can we get into a little bit of a spoiler for ClipCon because I have a question. I have a question.
I'm like, there's his little version.
Did you not sense that they were going to get into a three-way relationship?
Who?
Her and
Oh,
did you not pick up on that or no? Was that just me?
no.
Because she stopped flirting with both of them.
I mean, I knew that she. So one thing that I like about this character, they're actually genderless.
Yeah.
So not a he, not a she. They dress up as a girl at school and are referred to as she at school. But then Spiral Sun is always telling them, like, why do you dress up in girls' clothes? Why don't you dress up in boys' clothes? Blah, 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 blah. So you find out that they're genderless.
See,
But yeah, so he flirts with Tuya like all the time in front of Yuki. But then she also has like this like friendship banter with Yuki at the same time. So yeah, I like, maybe it's because I'm so like Toya Yuki for life, whatever, that
I am too, but I was like, I wonder if they. Oh,
perfect. I love that picture.
Me too. I wish it was in color.
Side note, Clamp, like one of my favorite things about Clamp, besides their like very unique series and stories that I feel like nobody ever writes, their art is fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
So anyways, young Cloud Reed comes. He basically like plays a villain to get Sakura to get the rest of the cards before time runs out, and she gets the rest of the cards. It's revealed that he's Cloud Reed. And then once she's finished collecting the cards, Yue, who is the judge, has to judge her to see if she is worthy of being the next, like, keeper of the cards. And
Master.
Spoilers, since we've already gotten to spoilers, like she passes, and the cloud cards then become Sakura cards, and she, you know, she has the cards and her little wand that she's been using to transform all the cards. It transforms into a star because Cloud Reed had like the sun and the moon in all of his stuff. She has a star, yada, yada, yada. And then like at the very, 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 very end of the series, Sakura and Shaoran confess their feelings to each other. And then Shaoran moves back to Hong Kong to figure out some stuff and promises Sakura that he'll come back for her. And I think it's like the very last page. Whoopsies. I just dropped something.
We're just destroying things left and right.
Yeah. Don't mind me. Just destroying everything on my shelves. And the whole reason to get these giant omnibus versions is because they have so many colored pages. None of the other versions have them. None of them. The big, giant, beautiful ones that are like super tall hardbacks, they don't have color pages. It made me so mad. I'm like, why would it be so beautiful? Anyways. So, Sharon leaves. Sakura's like, I'll wait for the one that I love the most. And then as she's walking to her first day of middle school, he's there waiting for her. And they
I died in that scene.
I know. And that was the original end of Cardcaptor. And then that's literally how the beginning of Cardcaptor starts. She's getting ready for middle school. She's walking through the sakura blossoms. And they like lengthen out what happens. So it's not just like one shot. But they are reunited right before middle school. So it literally just starts where the original series ends.
Even though it was 16 years later, that's insane.
Even though it was 16 years later. So I have hope for Gate 7 X 1999/X. What was the other one? No, Legal Drug they continued.
We just never got the last volume. Because it's supposed to be 6 volumes and it ended in 5. So I don't know if it's printed or never got, I wonder if it just never got translated or it just was never made.
We'll have to look it up. But anyways, so yeah, I have hope for other series. And if you haven't read Clear Card.
Clover, technically.
Oh yeah, Clover was the other one that I was thinking of.
But that one, to me, my personal opinion, even though we're not supposed to be talking about other ones, that one had a satisfying ending.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I personally think that it did have like a satisfying ending, but I can understand wanting more.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So now we're gonna get into Clear Card. If you don't want spoilers on Clear Card, all you have to know is that this continues literally from the like last page of Cardcaptors, and it's her journey dealing with the cards again.
Yeah. So right before we go into that, I was wondering, what stuff did you pick up prior to reading it this time than the other times that you read it?
So rereading Cardcaptors, definitely picked up on all of the problematic relationships. And I've read Cardcaptors like so many times.
Yeah.
And the only problematic relationship that I remember is the like 4th grader and the teacher.
Yeah.
Like I remember that from like when I was a kid. I remember that.
That's the one that I most remember, except I don't remember it being so blatantly obvious. Because I remember like kind of skimming it and like realizing that it was kind of hinting, but they mentioned it more than one time. And I never knew that. I thought that they like kind of like mentioned like, oh, I have a crush on an older teacher, and then he's just smiling at her. So it's kind of like, it leaves it kind of open ending, but it literally went there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you think that it's just she's crushing on her teacher, which is like a normal thing. Kids crush on their teachers all the time.
Yeah.
But then like in the series, like you see him and her interact with each other multiple times, talking about like their feelings for each other, and even to the point of like him giving her a ring.
Yeah. It's not okay. And
like
and then I never noticed the mom was 16 and then that the dad was his teacher. Never noticed that. I didn't notice. I think I did notice her brother and
Toya.
and the older lady, but But for some odd reason, in my mind, they were more age appropriate than what it was. 'Cause it is
I always
still,
thought they were the same age too.
yeah. Well, see, what I thought is that she might have graduated a little bit sooner than him, and then she became a teacher. That's kind of what I thought in my mind.
Yeah.
So I never, yeah. But yeah, it was definitely a big age difference. And then I never picked up on her with the flowery. Never picked up on that. And then I did kind of pick up on the cousins, not the mom and like not the two moms. I never picked up on that. What I actually thought was that the Madison's mom and Sakura's dad were going to get together.
Yeah, they have that like banter that you feel like could like end up being in a relationship kind of thing.
Yeah, even though they hate each other, I felt like there was going to be like where they forgave each other, they were going to end up together. Like that's what I kind of thought for some reason.
Yeah.
And
where I never showed her. She's
wait,
the one that like dates Toya and then ends up with Clary.
Yeah. Which I always thought that she was so pretty when I was watching the anime when I was a little kid. And then also kind of Sakura kind of has a crush on her too.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I was wondering if I picked up on that or not.
See, and I, until this reading, I didn't pick up on the fact that the reason why Sakura has these like crushes on Yuki and the teacher that we just showed, I can't ever remember her name, but it's because they are like aligned with the moon. Like they have powers from the moon, and that like resonates with Sakura. So it's like it's a crush, but it's not really like she's just connected to them in a very close way kind of thing.
Yeah, which I never picked up on that. And then I'm so embarrassed that I still thought this to this day until I read it this time, is that I added a whole entire character that wasn't there.
The one that's in the anime. Yep.
Yes.
There's a character in the anime that's never in the manga.
Yes, they added a character in the anime. I think one, to stretch it out, and two, they wanted it to be more like fighting and action. And she's not in the manga at all. And this whole entire time, even though I've read it so many times, I've always just assumed she was there. And she's not. And the whole entire time I'm like reading it, I'm like, when is she going to appear? And then she doesn't. And I'm like, that was a fever dream for sure. Like, what is wrong with me? That's embarrassing. But thought I would share that. And then I guess we can move into because the next thing that I didn't notice before kind of gives it away in Clear Card. If you wanted to start with Clear Card, then I'll go with my spoiler later.
I think one of my spoilers I'll wait for Clear Card as well, just like as we're getting into it. But the other thing that I forgot to mention is another like tragic love thing that also just makes me love like Yuki Yue, whatever, is that Yue was in love with Cloud Reed. And Cloud Reed, when we totally forgot that part. So Cloud created the cards. He made his two guardians, Cerberus and Yue. And he altered their memories when he sealed them away inside the book into thinking that they stayed with him until he died. But really, he didn't die. He split his soul in half because he didn't want to be the most powerful sorcerer anymore. And he put half of his soul, so half of his soul reincarnated into Sakura's dad without any magic.
Yeah.
And then the other half of his soul is the like little boy reincarnation, whatever.
Yeah.
And so when Yue finds out that Cloud Reed altered his memory, he like breaks down because he's like, if I would have known that you would have been reborn. Like, I would have waited for you. I could have been with you, whatever, whatever. And Clow Reed was like, that's exactly why I erased your memory. And I'm like, you. So there's another like tragic love triangle, circle, square.
Like I mentioned before, there's just so much like plot with all these characters, and it's definitely a really character-driven thing. So I have a really hard time like describing everything because I just want to go into the mess of the characters that I'm like I could care less about.
There's so much that's like
yeah. I mean, I don't really care about them collecting the cards. I could care less about that. There's the whole entire point of it I could care less about.
And speaking of the differences between the anime and the manga, in the anime, there's like 36 cards in the anime. Whereas in the manga, I think there's 12 or 20. Yeah. Like there's way less cards in the manga than there are in the anime. In the anime, they like kept making more and more and more and more cards to keep the anime going longer.
Yeah. See, it's funny that you say that because I wasn't like sure about that, but when I was reading the manga, I was like, I thought there was a lot more cards.
Yeah.
So yeah. So not
Yeah, there's like half as many, if not less.
So the manga
cards.
So the manga is shorter because there's less cards and there's less characters.
Yes. It was more concise. But yeah, so anyways, going into Clear Card.
Yeah.
Oh, where did my volume 1 go? I lost it.
You're gonna have to lead, even though you probably lead the way more on both of them, but Clear Card, I'm gonna have to read again because if it took me that long to gather all that information on the first one, I've only read Clear Card one time and I was so confused.
There is a lot that happens in Clear Card. So
I was so confused.
Just to give you a summary of the beginning of this series, like we said, it literally starts at the end of Cardcaptor. So she's going back to middle school. Shaoran is there again. You see all of the characters from the previous series. Her dad's still there. He has all of his previous memories from his previous life. He has like a little bit of magic, but only to the point where he can see Sakura's mom, basically. And he can like kind of sense things, but not really. Toya and Yuki are like officially together, but not a lot is going on. Yuki knows about Yue being inside of his body. You see all of Sakura's like childhood friends from school again. Tomio is there again. The teacher and Clow Reed and his 2 guardians, Ruby Moon and Spiral Sun, now live in England, but they're like sending letters and making phone calls back to them. And really soon into the first series, Sakura has a dream where all of the Sakura cards turn blank. They're like clear, see-through. And there's like a magician in front of her who's trying to steal her key. Oh, I don't think I explained that. Sakura's little transformy wand turns into a little key when she's not using it, and then it transforms back into like the staff wand thing. So in the dream, this magician who's masked, you can't see them, is trying to take her key, and so she like grabs it in the dream, and the key transforms, and then when she wakes up from the dream, her cards are all clear. The key is changed, like she's got a new key that's the key from her dream, and she's trying to figure out why all of her cards have completely gone clear.
And she also is trying to figure out who the magician person is.
And she's trying to figure out who this magician master
and magician. And all the time she's like, you're very familiar to me, like your presence. Like I know I've seen you before, but who are you? Yeah.
She's basically like, why do you seem so familiar? Like they're like the same height as each other. And so, yeah.
What's that reveal?
knows about the cards, she like immediately goes to everybody. So anyways, that's the gist of the beginning. She tells everybody, hey, this is what happened to the cards. She's showing everybody. They ask her to see if her wand's still working. It is. And yeah, and then it goes from there. And then Tomio's her cute little self and is like, yay, I get to film you again. I get to make outfits again. And you find out that Tomio really does this just to keep Sakura encouraged and not disheartened, because she is actually worried about Sakura being safe. She just doesn't want to show Sakura that she's worried. And so she always puts on like the happy face, happy demeanor, whatever.
But yeah, the plot twist and the reveals in Clear Card got me like, those were insane.
Yeah.
Did you want to go into who we meet, like the Sakura's classmate friend?
Yeah. So
Because I forgot her name.
after these dreams, it's Akiho. Akiho?
Akio.
Let me see. So
See, I was thinking
Akiho, Sakura has like contacted Clow. We feel like there are hints that like Shaoran and Clow know what's going on, but they can't talk about it.
I hated that part. I thought that part was stupid.
It was so frustrating. It was like, just talk to her. Like, tell her what's going on. Oh my god!
I was so annoyed. I was like, have you guys not learned anything? You all need to come together and stick together, and then you'll figure everything out.
So Sakura ends up finding these new cards, so like separate from her Sakura cards. And
I've already said this, but doesn't she start creating cards?
I haven't said that.
What?
I haven't said that yet.
Oh, sorry.
So she starts getting these new cards that just happen to show up wherever she is. She has a new spell. She has a new wand. And she's always like exhausted after making these cards. And let me see if I can find. And her old cards stay clear. And they do end up disappearing. Let me see if I can find. So then after she catches, I think like 3 new cards is when the transfer student comes. So yeah. So all of her cards are there. And where is the transfer student? Dang it.
Which one? There's 20. There's always the transfer students.
There's 2. There she is.
And once again, I'm also thinking of the anime because there's more than one transfer student in the anime.
So this is Akiho.
Oh.
And immediately when she shows up, Sakura! Everybody's like, oh my gosh, you look so much like Sakura, and you guys have such similar personalities. And she's like kind like Sakura, and she's sweet like Sakura, and they say like their names sound similar.
Hey, Nutmeg.
Hi! We're in spoiler territory. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, we're talking about the clear card portion.
And I think she's actually the only transfer student, because you find out that Akiho, I feel like it was like not subtle at all. Akiho has this little bunny stuffed animal that she carries around with her, and she also lives with her. He's like a butler, kind of. You find out that Akiho's parents passed away when she was really young, and she like has lived all over the world, and she loves reading, and she's living with this butler, and like she's never had any friends. Her only friends have been like this butler and this little stuffed animal bunny. And let me see if I can find a picture of her little butler man. But the butler seems to be like the same age as Toya and Yuki. He's also very kind. He's kind of almost like a parallel to Sakura's dad, where like he cooks and he cleans and he collects all of these books for Akiho. And Akiho has a huge crush on him, and she confesses her feelings to Sakura and Tomio and her new friends at school. Yada, yada, yada. And during this whole time, Clow Reed is not talking to Sakura, and he's like weakening, and Sakura is still like, before she had to like go out and find the cards, and now these cards are like, they always show up where she already is, and they're oftentimes like attacking her friends or attacking her family. So I hope you like all of it. Bizarre, you're muted.
I was just saying thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a good day at work. And I'm muted because of Odin. My dog is going crazy. If you can hear.
Ugh. So anyways, so we've got 2/3 new characters. In the original Cardcaptor, we know that Sakura has like premonition dreams. So like dreams that tell her the future. In Clear Card, she has them way more often. She's like constantly having these dreams that are like predicting the future. She keeps seeing this girl in her, or not girl. She keeps seeing this figure in her dream, and like a dragon looking thing. And yeah, I'm like, I don't know how much to say.
Whenever they showed the dragon, I about died, because like I was not expecting something so like fantasy. Like I know it's like fantasy, but I didn't think it was going to go to like that extreme of fantasy, but it did.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I need to get my charger for my computer. It's telling me it's gonna die. Hold on.
Gotcha. But yeah, so when you're doing that, for the month of January, we for the year of Clamp, we were just going to read Cardcaptor, the original series, 1 through 12, and then Clear Card 1 through 16. But I was extra, and I started reading Cardcaptors, which this is just a little side thing where they take clips out of the anime and paste it on. So I've already read this a couple times, but I've already watched all the dubbed anime, that was on like the CW. So, but yeah, this was a lot of fun to revisit, and let me see if I can find the character that's in that I was telling you about that was in the manga. I mean, in the anime, but not the manga. She might not have appeared yet. Oh yeah, of course, I'm not sure everything's fine, but yeah, that's that a picture of Kyo in the anime, and then this is pretty much one like the beginning when she's just starting to collect the cards, and her best friend that we talked about before, Maylene, likes to video camera, like record her and collecting the cards, and she makes outfits for her.
Tomio, not
Yeah.
mailing.
What?
Tomio, not mailing.
Oh, Tomio. Yes. I was trying to say Madison, and it came out.
Madison, yeah, in the anime, she's called Madison.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Oh yeah. And then another cute little picture. Yeah. He's so cute. I love him.
He's so cute. Don't you have a plushie of him?
Not yet, but I want to.
I've always wanted one. I'm like, I just want a little Kira plushie.
Yeah, you know me. Of course, I have like little pins and stuff, but it's not. I definitely want a plushie, but like I need to just order it because I always see them, and then I'm like, I'll get it eventually, and then
yeah,
I never do. And the only reason why I have a plushie of that one is because you sent it to me.
For Cardcaptors and Clamp being like my favorite mangaka group and being my favorite like series,
yeah,
I have so few like figures or standees or like anything. I have so many like pins and buttons and stuff like that, but like I don't have any figures or like blushes or anything. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I want them.
It's also overwhelming as well.
I've got this.
That's so cute.
But yeah.
Hello, how are you?
So, yeah, let's just go like full spoiler, shall we?
Yes, if we weren't doing that before.
I mean, we did some decent.
We tried.
Decent semi-spoilers, but this is gonna be like hella spoilers.
Yeah. I love Death Note. Death Note was so good.
I love Death Note. Like, I know a lot of people have reread it and like didn't like it, but I reread it recently and I'm like, nope, I still love it.
Oh, really good. So it holds up.
I think so, personally.
Yeah, it was really good. But yeah.
So, getting into major spoilers, you start realizing that a lot of the new cards that she's making, you figure out that Sakura's actually creating these cards. She doesn't realize it, but whenever she's like in distress, it causes these cards to be made, or whenever she has like a hope or whatever. So like she has one moment where she's like, oh, I wish I could relive this moment because it's so special or whatever. And then she creates this card called Rewind, which is like a little camera looking thing. And it like records things so that you can rewatch it. And then she has like other cards that are almost exactly like her old cards. Like there's a new fly card that like before she had the fly card, which was like a bird. And now she has the fly card, which is like a giant bow that's like wings. So you start realizing that Sakura is actually creating these cards. And someone is, again, making something happen. There's a bad guy that's making things happen so that it kind of pushes Sakura into making these cards. Oh man, there's so much that goes on. So she's creating these cards, and also you start seeing that like this person, this bad guy, whatever, is also like rewinding time or like turning time backwards and erasing people's memories if like things don't go their way. And so they'll like revert back in time. And so people are having like moments where they're like, wait, I thought something was happening and then it didn't happen. Or Sakura will end up with cards that she doesn't remember creating or capturing. And again, she keeps trying to reach out to Clow and he's not getting back to her. And we see Clow is like working with Shaoran's mom, which was really cool. I think that was another one of my favorite things about Clear Card is like you see all these characters again, but you get to learn more about them. So like you meet a lot of Sakura's friends' parents. You meet Shaoran's mom and see that like she is a powerful sorcerer as well, and she's doing things. You learn more about all of the other sorcerer because like in the first series, it's like, oh, Cloud Reed was the most powerful sorcerer, but he's like the only sorcerer you ever hear about is like him and then like his descendants, which goes down to Lee. But in this series, you see that there's like a bunch of other sorcerer groups, but they're mostly like in flashbacks, and there is a whole bunch of flashbacks. So I guess there is one more character that you meet in a flashback, and it's this woman that looks a lot like Akiho, the transfer student girl, the one that's like looks exactly like Sakura and acts exactly like her, whatever. And she's also a sorcerer. And you find out that she was friends with Sakura's mom when Sakura's mom was little. Like they were best friends. And so, yeah, there's like all of that. The grandpa comes back into the story and he actually has a pretty big part to it. Sakura gets something left to her, which is a necklace with like a watch on it. There's so many things. There's so many things. This is really hard to talk about. Like,
I think you're doing a really good job.
Akiko has a favorite book, which is like Alice. What does she call it? Alice in Clockland?
Yeah.
I think that's what she calls it. So Akiho has a favorite book called Alice in Clockland, and it looks a lot like the Cloud book that has the cards. My stuff's gonna fall over. It looks a lot like the book that Sakura opened that has all the cards in it, but it doesn't have any cards in it. It literally is just a book. And so the book, Alice in Clockland, also gives us a lot of hints and like pieces together the stuff that we're seeing with like the past and Sakura's dreams and these new cards that are coming up and Akiho herself. And in the middle of all of this going on, one of Sakura's friends, again, we learn way more about her friends. One of her friends is going to become a writer, wants to become a writer. And so for their big like school festival, the friend wants to write a play and have everybody have a character in the play. And you realize that this play is really important. And Akiho helps the friend write this play that's kind of based on Akiho's favorite book, which is Alice in Clockland. And yes. So like I don't really know how to explain what happens after that. So Sakura's collecting all of these cards. She realizes that she's making them. Yue and Toya. Oh, Toya gives up all of his powers to save Yue or to save Yuki. And then Yuki does something.
Did that not happen in the original one?
That happened in the original one.
Okay.
And I just forgot to say that.
Oh,
So
no. I wasn't correcting you. I just was making sure I wasn't.
No. You're totally right. Yes. So in the original Cardcaptor series, Toya gives up his spiritual powers of like being able to see spirits and his ability to see his own mom to save Yuki and Yue. Yuki's body was weakening because of how much power Yue needed.
Look. But for some odd reason, like this spot I missed, some odd reason later on he gets his powers back.
So he starts in Clear Card, they say that like because Toya had those powers like when he was born, that he starts slowly getting them back.
Okay.
Because you can't just like he basically like gave up all the power that he had from that point, like from his birth to that point. But now he's like rebuilding it again.
Okay.
And then Yuki does something so that he also has powers. He like trades Yue something so that he has powers. That part was a little confusing to me. But yeah. So like everybody's there for Sakura. They know that something's going to happen at the cultural festival during the play. Shaoran's there. The dad's there, Toya's there, Yuki's there, Kiro's there.
And Maylin is not there.
And Maylin is not there because she's in the anime and she's not important.
Sorry. Last time I joked about
that. So everything builds up. We realize that the butler character is all actually like the current most powerful sorcerer, because since Clow Reed is no longer the most powerful and like Sakura is still like figuring out her powers or whatever, like she's powerful but she doesn't know how to like control her powers or whatever. This guy's the most powerful.
Well, and the reason why he's not the most powerful anymore is because he didn't want to be. So he took his powers and put it into two different beings, so he wouldn't be the most powerful anymore.
Yeah. So Cloud purposefully didn't want to be the most powerful anymore, so he split himself into the two people, Sakura's dad and then the reincarnated Cloud. But yeah, so this new butler is like the most powerful besides Sakura, and he's basically trying to get a specific card for Sakura to make. Like there's a specific card that he wants Sakura to make so that he can use it for his own goals, for his own purpose.
Yeah.
And like in Sakura's dreams and in the flashbacks that you see, there's multiple times where there are different people saying like, if you do this, you can never go back. If you do this, you can never go back. If we get this far, you can never go back, whatever. And we learn that the butler sorcerer guy, he's the one who keeps setting back time. And each time he does that, he's losing like his own life and his own powers. Like he's sacrificing his own life and his own powers to turn back time, to try and get Sakura to make this specific card that he needs for his own specific purpose. And then like during the play that they're doing, Sakura and Akiho and Shaoran and Yue, I think, basically get like transported into a parallel world that the sorcerer controls.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think it's just Shaoran. I don't think it's Yue. No, it's Shaoran of the mirror card.
Yeah.
Which I totally forgot. Which, side tangent, in the first series, the mirror card is my favorite card. She's so cute. She has a moment where she imitates Sakura And
Oh, yeah.
Toya, she almost like hurts Toya, and then Toya is like forgiving and whatever, and then she feels guilty and whatever. And then the mirror card plays a huge role in clear card, and so I loved that. So, anyways, Shaoran like is in this parallel world, but not quite in it all the way. Sakura and the magician and Akiho are in the world, and the magician guy, sorcerer guy, butler guy finally gets her to create this card that he wants her to create. And then there's like a time jump backwards. Like however long backwards.
Yeah.
And that's when all like things just go crazy for me, because so he gets the card and then everything stops and he like disappears, and like none of these cards have been created or whatever, like everything goes back, and Sakura and Akiho are twins. And so like they've always been twins, they grew up as twins, blah 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 blah, whatever. And like everything that's happened, like it's gone. I don't know how to explain.
What I think is
go
like,
back in time.
yeah, what I think is crazy is that her twin was kind of mentioned briefly in the original series, but it was like with the grandfather and his granddaughter died.
That's her mom.
That's the
That's
mom.
Sakura's mom. Yeah.
Oh.
He's talking. So that always annoyed me so
Yeah.
much, because everybody says that Sakura looks like her mom in the original series, and they don't look like
Anything alike.
Sakura literally looks like the cousin, and Tomoyo looks like Sakura's mom. Like, Tomoyo, this is Sakura's mom. Sakura does not look anything like her. Even when they show Sakura's mom in like the flashbacks when she's young. Let me see if I can find.
Because that was another thing that I was going to talk about that I didn't pick up on the first time or second time reading it, was that was her grandfather.
Yeah,
I just thought it was. I just like when I was reading it the first time, I just thought it was another inappropriate situation with an older man, like a red flag situation. And then I was like, why is the dad so accepting of his daughter like hanging out at this old man's house?
It's because it's her great grandpa.
Yeah, but
Like-
yeah, I didn't pick up on that until this read. So yeah, and then I think it's so interesting that he comes back into, he plays like an important part in Clear Card when he was just a brief mention really in the original one.
Yeah. No, so when he's telling Sakura like, oh, you look just like my granddaughter, he's talking about his Sakura's mom.
See, I missed that. For some odd reason, I was thinking it was that her twin died.
Yeah, no.
That's what for some odd reason, that's what I was thinking. And I was
No.
like, oh, what?
So we go back in time. Sakura and Akiho are twins, or at least in this timeline, they're twins. But Akiho keeps saying like that she feels like something's missing. And Sakura still has her powers, but her cards are still clear, and she still has the new key. And then at one point, they find the rewind card has been filming this whole time. And so they see everything that happened. Like they see what happens at the cultural festival. They see all the behind the scenes things. And they see that the butler has basically used the last of his powers to rewind time and to erase everybody's memories and alter everybody's memories and put Akiho as Sakura's twin because he's trying to protect her from these other sorcerers who are trying to use Akiho as basically like a living Clow read book, like grimoire, spell book, whatever. So he sacrifices himself to save Akiho and like gives up all of his powers because he wants to keep her from basically like becoming a blank book that these sorcerers are just putting spells into and like using her or whatever. And so then there's the whole like, okay, now everybody knows what's going on. Like she tells everybody and they're like, okay, we have to go find him because Akiho's like, he's the one that's missing from my life. He's the thing that's missing. He's like that part of me that's missing. We can't give up on him. And Sakura's like, of course, like we can't let him sacrifice himself, blah, 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 blah. And so they go to find him. The sorcerers have like hidden him in a prison on the moon and disguised it as a fake moon. And he's like this giant dragon craziness. And he's the one that they've like Sakura's seen in her dreams this whole time.
You know, and that part happened. I died in that part. I was like, oh my god.
Right? I was like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. And then it's like, he like doesn't want to be free because he's like, no, if you free me, then they're going to learn about Akiho and then she's going to get taken and I can't let that happen and blah, 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 blah.
So it's like sacrificing myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find out that like he knew Akiho's mom.
Yeah.
And Akiho's mom was like the first person who was ever kind to him because like everybody knew he was going to be one of the most powerful sorcerers. And so they just kind of used him just like they were using Akiho.
Kind of like how I said before, where the people that are introduced kind of like a villain role always have like a redemption arc. Like, and they all become friends at the end.
Yeah. So like he was a good person. He just was doing bad things for a good reason or whatever.
Yeah, like that's definitely a trope in here. It's like, and let's just keep what we're doing a secret and not tell anyone. Like,
oh my gosh, that was so annoying. So yeah, so go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I really appreciate it when they all of them finally came together and they were all talking. And I was like, yes, please. Like, this is what I wanted the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then like Clow Reed shows up. He sends Spiral Sun and Ruby Moon to like go help. Yue's there. Hiro's there. Koya has some power that he's using. Like Shaoran is there helping. He's actually like put his power into Sakura's old cards so that they would like be protected or whatever. So he's there, and his mom is there, who's also a powerful sorcerer, and they're all like trying to free the dragon used to be butler, and like they free him or whatever, and then Sakura is basically like, we can't let them find you again. So how would you feel if we just erased the two of you from everybody's memories, kind of thing? And so they like agree to it or whatever. And the butler is like, I don't need my powers. Like, I'll give up all my powers. He doesn't even have any. That's why he's a dragon and he's trapped or whatever. He's like, I don't need my powers anymore. We don't have to rewind time anymore, whatever. Like, I'll just be a normal person as long as I can be with her. And Akiho's like, I loved being your twin, and I loved being with you guys, but I just want to be with him, kind of thing. And so Sakura uses her powers to erase the like bad magician's memory of Akiho and the butler, so that they can like go free or whatever. And so then it's like happily ever after, everything's good. The only one of the old, like, so all of the cards that she creates during clear card disappear except for the fly card, like stays or whatever, which was like cool, but at the same time kind of weird. It's like, why are all the other ones gone? I don't know.
Yeah, it was definitely like a plot hole. It was kind of like what, like this.
Yeah, it was like, so all of the other ones disappeared because none of that happened because they were around time, but the fly card's still there somehow. And so was record. So that was kind of, I don't know. But then Akiho and the butler decide that they're going to travel the world and they're going to like find all of these old like grimoires and spell books or whatever and like try to save all of like the magic records in the world or something and like collect them and keep them safe so that they can't be used for bad things. And I feel like that's kind of like what leaves it open-ended at the end, like you were saying, is like because they're reporting back to like Clow and Sakura like, hey, we found this magic book at this place, da 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 da, as they're traveling the world. Yeah. And then like Sakura gets her cards back from Shaoran, and
which I still don't understand why he took the first book.
It was like he did it to protect them, but then it was like, okay, but like, couldn't you just leave them?
Yeah,
where, I don't know.
Yeah, I hate the non-communication trope.
Oh yeah, I hate it too. I don't like that trope either. But anyways, I love both series. I thought they were both really good. I honestly think that I like Clear Card better than the original series. I just feel like there was so much more going on and you get to know so many of the characters more, where in like Clear Card, you've got like a bunch of characters that you do like know, but there's also a bunch of like side characters that are like just there to be there.
Yeah.
All the classmates are basically there to get Sakura into trouble so that she has to get the cloud cards. Like that's their only purpose, is like, oh, I have to save my friend because of this cloud card, and oh, I have to save this friend because of the cloud card. And then in this series, like they're actually helping her and things are actually happening with them and they actually like change the storyline. So yeah. I think I liked Clear Card better. I would love to have more. I'm like, let's do Sakura in high school. Like, let's do Sakura, like, I don't know.
In college. Maybe she can date one of her teachers.
Oh my goodness. Are you good to like go into like the things that you liked and the things that you didn't like about Clear Card? Yeah. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
What I not necessarily liked, but what like blew my mind was the twin thing. When that was revealed, I was just like, wait, what? Even though it was kind of like a little bit obvious, but at the same time, it was like they made it to where it seemed like even though you thought that, you were stupid for thinking that. Like, yeah. And then it kind of happened. Of course, I liked that more Sakura and Lee were together. Thought that was really cute. You know, I love the dragon.
They were so cute.
Yeah. I can go more into what I don't like, but yeah, you go first with what you like.
So I really liked seeing more of the like minor characters, they did, and I think they did this on purpose, but like the character from the original series that's like in the relationship with her teacher, the like fourth grader or whatever, you see her at the beginning of Clear Card and she's going to a different school, and like you see her for a second, you know that she's still like in a relationship with the teacher character, whatever.
Yeah.
And she like has some words of wisdom for Sakura because she's so mature. But like that's all you see with her. Like she's in the very, very beginning, and then she's like not really in it for the rest of the series.
I wondered that though. Like that's weird. They did that.
I feel like they did that because they know that character is so controversial.
Yeah,
like
they're
that's
like,
probably the character that they get the most shit about. And so it was like, well, we can't just not have her in this. So we'll just stick her in the beginning and then give a reason why she's not there, kind of thing.
yeah.
And so, like, I like that they did that. I wish that they would have been like, I don't know, like, oh, I'm not with the teacher anymore because, you know, like, I was
Like,
so young
even
and ignorant and whatever, but like at the same time, they're not going to go against their own canon. So whatever.
Yeah.
I loved the new characters. I loved seeing more. I thought it was really cool that they like introduce a lot of the characters' parents, you know, like we see Sharon's mom. We see a lot of her like friends at school, their parents. There's like a parent teacher day or a parent day, and so you see a lot of their parents. How many anime have you watched? Oh my gosh. Too many to count. Way too many. I used to have an app where I tracked all of the anime that I had watched, and I stopped tracking after I think like 75 series. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start saying that I've seen over 100 anime series.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it'd be accurate to say about 300. Like, I used to watch them like dating, you know. Yeah. About, I would say about 300.
Over 100 for me, for sure.
Yeah.
Probably. It depends on like if you count movies.
Yeah.
Because like I've seen all of the Ghibli movies. There's like 20 of them. You know what I mean? There's some, like, A Silent Voice was a movie and not an anime series, but it was a movie based on a manga series. So like, does that count as an anime? I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot.
And thank you so much, by the way.
Thank you. I don't post videos anymore. I don't know if I even have any of my old anime videos up, but Bazaar has tons of stuff. So watch his channel and all of his stuff.
We are talking about Cardcaptor Sakura.
This is the original Tokyo Pop version. Bazaar just lifted up one of the omnibus versions. Yeah, there's a lot.
But yeah, I recommended that they try out Tokyo Ghoul since they liked Death Note. I think that's yeah, a good next place to start.
Tokyo Ghoul is a good one. One of my favorites. If you like real world psychological thriller, I would say Monster. And if you like fantasy psychological thriller, I would say Dorohedoro. Those are two of my favorites. Have we gone to Japan? I have gone to Japan 4 times. There's Dorohedoro, the manga. One of my favorite manga, one of my favorites.
It's very dark.
Bazaar, have you ever been to Japan?
Nope, I have not been out of my country. I literally said state, but yeah, my state.
I'm going to Japan again next year.
So jealous. So jelly.
You should come with me.
We're still working on the con. What are you talking?
I know.
I mean, actually, honestly, like I didn't talk to you. I should probably talk to you about off camera. I mean, it would be neat just to meet up and just go shopping, like at and even if we didn't go to a con.
Yeah.
So, you know how much money I would spend if we went to a Kino?
A lot.
That's so dangerous.
あなたたちは日本語をしますか? I don't know what あなたたちは means. Japanese しますか? I speak a little Japanese. I understand more Japanese than I speak. I cannot read Japanese at all. And I only speak enough to be able to get around in Japan. So watashi wa skoshi Nihongo wa skoshi wakarimasu. But yeah, I only know things like where is this? Where is that? What is this? How much does this cost? Do you speak English? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Thank you. Like, I know the very basics when speaking.
I was no konnichiwa. And hi.
Hi. Yeah. どうぞ。ありがとうございます。どういたしまして。の名前はメイブです。Yeah, anyways.
I did not watch subtitled anime. I only watched it.
Yeah.
Because I'm lazy.
Anyways, what else did I like about it? I loved just seeing the art again. I cried 5 times reading Clear Card.
Really?
5 different times. Like act like tears, not just like, oh, my heart. Like
oh yeah, it did get really sad. I forgot about that.
There are so many heartbreaking parts in this series. And I think that's what I like. I love manga and anime that like make you feel things, you know? I love manga and anime that has mystery. This had a ton of mystery in it. Like you didn't know what was happening or what was going on, because it is really confusing because you see something is happening. Like there are pieces missing and you don't find out why there are pieces of the story missing until almost the very end. And then you realize, oh, pieces are missing because he's erasing things. He's turning back time so that things aren't happening. So I really liked the mystery. I really liked how emotional it was. Like, I'm a sucker for tragic characters. I'm a sucker for like tragic love situations.
Yeah.
You know, like so much of that is just the stuff that I absolutely love. And so, yeah, there were so many things that I loved about Clear Card. And even though the original Cardcaptors has a lot of problematic relationship situations, it's still a favorite. It will still stay a favorite of mine. Like, it's just, I just have to, you know, not think about those things.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you dislike about Clear Card? I already know one of the things because I agree with it.
There wasn't enough of the relationship. Yeah.
Yuki and Toya don't have enough. Like, there's more of them, but there's not enough of like their relationship.
Yeah.
They're in the series a lot, but like there are like very few like sweet moments between them.
Yeah.
Like I think there's one part where you assume that they're going on a date, like it's hinted that they're going on a date, but like they don't show the date.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why? You know, we want more of them. Why didn't you give us more?
Yeah, for real.
Come
I mean, they even
I need them kissing. I need them holding hands. I need them cuddling.
they even released the Nendroids together. You know, like everyone ships them. Like
Yes.
even though they're canon, but it's like, you know, come on. I would love a continuation where it's like mostly them and they're together officially, like, you know, and it shows the relationship.
Side stories.
Yeah, that'd be the best thing ever.
A whole series of side stories of just them.
Yes, 100%.
I'd buy it.
Yes.
If there's any good doujinshi out there that you guys know of,
I've asked people that before, and I haven't discovered any yet.
Okay, anybody watching this, Yuki and Toya, doujinshi, leave it in the comments. We need it
ASAP.
ASAP.
We've needed it for years, ever since our high school days.
ever since high school.
All little high school hearts.
Okay, what else? Was there anything else you didn't like?
Yeah, I was just confused. But
you didn't like being confused?
I didn't like being confused. I think I'm gonna watch the anime because I think that might help me.
Yeah.
So
I have the anime too, so maybe we can like touch bases with each other while we watch it. Sorry, my voice is like super weird. I've been having allergies real bad.
I wish I bought it when now it's out of print.
What?
The anime.
Oh, good thing I have it.
Yeah. So I went to buy it and it's like nowhere to be found. So that's fun.
Dang.
It's because I didn't buy it right away because I'm thinking like, oh, it's such a popular, you know. But
that's how I've been with other things. I'm like, oh, it's super popular. I don't need to buy it. And then it's like, why is it nowhere?
Yeah, I can't find Gundam Wing anywhere. And I'm so glad that they reprinted
the anime or the manga?
The anime.
I have it all.
I'm so glad that they reprinted Code Geass.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I need to get breath.
I want to know how many people have read Cardcaptor Sakura or watched it, and how many people have read Clamp in general. And I want to show off some of my favorite cards. Speaking of trips to Japan, this is something that I bought in Japan.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
Which is Sakura's version.
It looks a lot better than mine.
It's got a little collector's card in it. It's got a little guide. Of course, it's in Japanese. And it's talking about the difference between the Clow cards and the Sakura cards. Because once a card becomes a Sakura card, they put little stars into the image, which I thought was super cool.
Yeah, yours looks a lot better than mine.
And then it also has this little extra envelope. Oh, I want that one too, though. So this has the Miracle card, which is not in either of the manga series, by the way.
Is it just in the anime?
Yep. And it looks like Sakura's mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's got the little what is it called? The seal, the chant, the whatever thing.
Yeah.
All of Sakura cards on the inside.
Oh crap! I'm dropping soccer cards. I don't want to lose them.
I want to find my mirror card because that's my favorite. Yeah, this does have, so I can show you guys. Like the power card was just in the anime, not in the manga. These are all cards from the anime, not the manga. And they made a whole bunch, which part of me is like, yeah, that's cool that they made a whole bunch of other cards that we can have. But at the same time, it's like, why not just stick to the original?
Yeah.
Here's my favorite card.
You said Wendy?
No, mirror.
Oh, mirror. You said that.
And I actually have 2 versions of the mirror card.
Ooh. Do I have the mirror card or no?
You should.
I don't see it.
But out of all the elemental cards, my favorite is the wood. I always thought she was so pretty, and she's barely in the manga, which is fine.
Evolution.
Is there anything else that you didn't like about Clear Card?
I don't have mirror in there.
What?
Yeah, I have all. Just the fact that Lee was like hiding stuff from Sakura.
Yeah, the miscommunication was shitty. Yeah. I didn't like that. So Clow and the teacher, like Clow would make phone calls to Sakura and he stops calling her and stops taking her calls. The teacher was writing letters to Sakura and she stops writing letters to Sakura and completely leaves her in the dark. Like they do on purpose. They're purposefully leaving her in the dark. And then Shaoran leaves her in the dark. But like Shaoran, you can see he feels guilty about it. He feels really, really, really bad that he's keeping this secret from her. And you can see it on his face. And there's a part that Tomio tells Lee, like, look, you're doing it to protect her, but is it worth protecting her rather than just like being on the same side and fighting together kind of thing. For manga collection, you think language is important. For example, I'm from Turkey, should buy Turkish, English, or Japanese. I think that depends on you. I have manga in English, Japanese, and Spanish. I mostly read English, so most of my collection is in English. I read a little bit of Spanish and more Japanese, and so that's why I have collected manga in Spanish and in Japanese. So, like I have Sailor Moon. I have Spanish versions of Sailor Moon so that I can practice my Spanish. And I also have a couple other series in Spanish. And I have even more series in Japanese. One, because they're series that haven't been published into English. And 2, because they're series that I just want to own in general. That one's in Spanish.
Wait, this is Spanish?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So I do have something in Spanish. And by the way, I got that off of her.
Yes. Zara and I trade manga back and forth all the time. He's the first person I go to if I'm ever selling or unhauling writing in my manga. So yeah, but I have my collection in 3 different languages. 1 that I speak and read fluently, and 2 that I speak kind of, read kind of, or I'm trying to learn how to read better.
Yeah.
What about you, Bazaar? Do you have any other language besides English and that one Spanish volume?
Yeah, I got
Marg!
These are my Japanese volumes.
Nice.
And I have a couple more Japanese volumes, but they're hidden, so I don't know where they are.
Yeah. Well, and
then, I also have Japanese volumes of Clamp.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
But yeah, these are all BL ones that I found at McKay's for like $1.
Yeah.
And I couldn't say no.
So yeah, I would collect. I would collect any language that you currently know how to read or speak, and then any language that you want to learn how to read or speak. Because it's a good, like, it gives you some good initiative to like have something that you want to practice reading. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you see it on your shelves and you're like, oh man, I really want to read that, it's going to give you the incentive to like learn how to read it. So
Shay's video is crazy. Did you watch it yet?
Is it new?
Yeah, she reviewed volume ones of like 40 different mangas.
Did she get that video up?
Yeah, it's up.
Yes, I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it later. Shay and I are actually doing a girls' weekend in the middle of the week. So today, Shay and I are gonna hang out. We're gonna get a hotel. We're gonna do a readathon at the hotel, and then we're gonna hang out all day tomorrow too. So,
oh wow!
Yeah,
fun.
So I'm excited. I'll have to watch her video.
You're not gonna have anything to read left.
You should see my list, like on top of rereading all of these Clamp series this year. I have so many series that I'm either like rereading or finishing reading because I started them forever ago and never finished them. I have so many things. But getting back to Clear Card, one of my pet peeves, and it's in Cardcaptor and in Clear Card, Cloud Reed is the most powerful sorcerer in the world, right? He stopped his own time so that he could meet Sakura at her own age. So he stayed in the body of a fourth grader, blah, 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 whatever. He obviously still has a lot of power at that time when he meets her. And we know that he's in love with this teacher. And we know that inside of that fourth grader body is a person that has the memories of Clow, so like hundreds of years old, and is probably the same age as Sakura's dad, because he made them both at the same time. Why doesn't he age himself up, his body? Why doesn't he do that? He has the power to do that.
Yeah.
He stays in the little kid body and stays in a relationship with this woman who is older than his physical body looks.
Like 30.
Like, why not age up your body? Why not use your power to age up your body so that you guys look like a normal effing couple and not a creepy age gappy, like that? I was waiting all of Clear Card. I was like, he's going to use his power to look like an adult so they can have a normal relationship, because they talk about it. He's like, I'm sorry, you have to be in a relationship with somebody who looks like a child, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so make yourself not look like a child. You can do all of these other things.
Yeah.
Like, make yourself not a child. I know. It's like my biggest pet peeve when it comes to this series.
You missed it a minute ago. We went over all the red flags. There's I think 4 different teacher-student. Is it 3 or 4? 4?
It's 4.
There's 4 teacher-student relationships, and then there's 2 different where a family member is in love with another family member.
Yeah, non reciprocated.
Yeah.
Family member in love, like cousin in love with a cousin, and a second cousin in love with their second cousin, but the feelings aren't reciprocated. 4 student teacher. One is a high school student and her teacher, and they get married and have kids. One is a junior high student and his student teacher who's in college. They break up. They don't stay together. One is a 4th grader and her teacher.
Most.
And it's reciprocated and it's super like groomy. Like he gives her a ring and everything. And he's like, you're so mature. I'll wait for you to grow up. And then one where it's a adult man who, the one I was just talking about, adult man who has trapped himself in the body of a 4th grader because reasons, stupid, and then doesn't, and he's in the relationship with the like student teacher in college, but she's not in college anymore. She's like graduated and in her late 20s, 30s.
It's a mess.
And like, just be an adult. Have an adult body. You're an adult person in a child's body. Get rid of the child's body. And like, and if his excuse was like, oh, well, I can't because I don't have any power anymore, Sakura could do it. She could do it. If he could do it, she could do it. Like, that is like one of my major frustrations with that. Yeah. And then my second one is like less of a frustration. So we see Akiho's mom over and over and over and over and over in flashbacks. And we're like, oh, and Akiho's mom was friends with Sakura's mom and they were friends and whatever. But we never see her dad. Why don't we ever see anybody's dad? We don't see Akiho's dad. We don't see Shaoran's dad. We don't see Tomoyo's dad. We know that her dad works at a toy shop, but we never like see him.
Yeah.
But his dad's.
Maybe because they wanted to make Sakura's dad stand out.
Yeah, I guess that would be true. It does make him stand out as like
that would be the only reason I could think of why they would do that.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think if there was anything. Oh, the last thing. Okay. In the original, sorry, my last complaint. In the original series, let me see if I can find, actually, I was just looking at a picture. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about while I try to find a picture?
Lord, I think we covered. How many mangas do we have?
How many manga? Last time I counted, I had 1,200, just over 1,200. I think Bazaar has like 5,000 something, 6,000.
I have about 10,000.
Yeah. And I've gotten rid of, like, I have over the last 6 months gotten rid of probably around 500 manga out of my collection. Like, and my collection is shrinking because I've become really, really picky with what I keep. And Bazaar's collection is always growing, even if he gets rid of stuff.
I mean, I'm about to do a huge unhaul, so.
I just saw it a second ago. Ooh, I'm getting.
Oh, and what is it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep looking for it, but my last complaint is that in the original Cardcaptor series, all of the cards, all of the images on the cards were like beautiful, stunning, like the most beautiful, stunning creatures, people, whatever. Like a lot of them were humanoid looking. And then the ones that weren't humanoid looking were just like really intricate, really pretty. I can't for the life of me find the image that I'm looking for that shows all the original cards. Anyways, super, super, super beautiful in the original series. All the cards, the images on the cards were just really pretty. And then in clear card, let's see if I can find them. Like her upgraded key is beautiful. Her upgraded staff is beautiful. The art in the series is beautiful in clear card. Let me see if there's a better picture of it. And then you have this like ugly looking, what is this? Like the frame around the card is still beautiful. But this little like printer looking thing is so ugly. And then like the next one after that, it's literally a box. It's a cube with little swirlies. Like, why not? Why are you not making beautiful cards in this second series when the first series, like, every card was stunning. Every card was so beautiful. I was obsessed. That's why I bought these, is because I wanted better pictures of the cards because they're so pretty. And then in this one, it's like there's a video camera and a pair of scissors and like I was just annoyed. I was like, why are they ugly? Why is it ugly? And then later in the series, the cards start looking like all of her friends. It's like there's a card that looks like basically all of her friends.
Yeah.
And Toya and Yuki and her dad and whatever. And so then it's like, I don't know. To me, I'm like, that's not creative at all. Like, why are we?
Yeah, I didn't like that part either.
Why are we getting so boring with the cards when the original cards were like stunning?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Have you watched the two movies?
I have only watched the movie where she gets like the sweetheart, the love soulmate something card. It's a card that has a heart with a wing going up and a wing going down. And I can't remember
what she went on vacation. She won a prize. She went on vacation. Was it the other one?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Yeah, there's two. I really enjoyed both of them because one takes place in between an episode of the anime, and the other one takes place right after the anime ended. So I guess it takes place kind of between the original and the clear card.
Mm-hmm.
So to kind of wrap it up, it was kind of interesting to read clear card because I've been putting it off for so long, because I already had Sakura and Lee get together in Tsubasa. So that was kind of, in my mind, that was kind of my conclusion to Cardcaptors.
Yeah.
Tsubasa. So since the same characters, even though like in a different series, but yeah, so that was kind of like my continuation. Yeah, so it was weird seeing a different thing play out.
Yeah, I think it still fits with Tsubasa though.
Yeah.
Like, because Tsubasa is just like them in an alternate universe. Yeah. So, the Cardcaptor Sakura, the second movie, the sealed card, that's the one I've seen.
Okay. You can watch the other one too.
The sealed card ends up being like, at first they think it's the nothing or something like that, and then it transforms into like the soulmate or the love or the something. And I remember I used to have the VHS because the VHS came with the card.
Yeah.
And I don't have the VHS or the card anymore.
Aw.
Back in the day when they did cool stuff like that.
Yeah, I have the DVDs, but I really wish I upgraded the Blu-rays because now I want them, but now they're hard to find. So I'm like, really?
Yeah, hold on, just
I hope you have rooms, vlogs after stream. I want to watch so much. Yeah, I have a couple collection videos on my channel. I don't have an updated one. I need to make one, but I keep saying I'm gonna get new shelves. I never do, so I definitely need to make a collection video in 2026 for sure.
sorry, hold on one sec.
Okay.
Ooh.
But yeah, there's one collection video that is of my collection. I want to say about four years ago. About 5 years ago now. If you wanted to check that one out,
Do you want to come say hi? Still like
it definitely grew a lot in that time. Hey,
Shay's here.
Yes, I am.
long time no talk.
I know, right?
Anyways, overall, what rating would you give Cardcaptors? The first one.
The original?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so hard. So, I would be, it. I'm going to give it 5 stars, but
Okay.
technically, I give it a 4.5. But the 0.5 is that makes it 5 is the nostalgia.
Yeah. I think I would do the same. I feel like it's probably like a 4.5 or a 4.25 even.
Yeah.
If I did like
Solid 4 for
0.25
me.
per stupid relationships or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. But like the nostalgia for me, like it makes it so it's still an all-time favorite. Like even though I would say it's probably a 4.25 for me, or like if you're gonna round down, if you're doing whole stars, like a 4-star,
Yeah.
it's an all-time favorite. Whereas Clear Card, I would give a 5-star.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
even
and
with all of my complaints, I would still give it a 5-star.
yeah, and I even said it before that like I'm not necessarily interested in all the cards and all the most important. I'm more interested in the characters, so like
Mhm.
the relationships. So like that is what I give like 5 stars to.
Yeah.
More than
Yeah. No, I agree.
And then what about Clear Card?
Clear Card is a 5-star for me. Even with my complaints with the art and with not the like the art on the cards specifically, because the art in the series is like gorgeous, stunning, beautiful. But on the actual cards, I was like, come on. And then not having enough Yuki and Toya and not aging up Clow because just freaking do it already. I would still say it's a 5-star just because it's that good. Like it was such a good series. I being able to make me cry that many times in the
Yeah.
same series.
It does take a lot for you to cry in the manga.
Oh yeah,
cry
I
way
don't
easier than you.
cry during manga. Like I'm cold-hearted when it comes to manga.
Yeah.
People are
Well-
like, oh, this series made me cry, and I'm like,
I cry over everything.
Shay's a crier.
I think I'm gonna like Clear Card more if I read it more than once.
If you
Because I
reread
think
it,
my issue is that I'm confused.
yeah,
So, because just think how much stuff I picked up reading the original series again, and I've probably read that at least 5 times. So
Yeah.
I'm still picking up stuff.
no, it's definitely Clamp has a way of having really subtle things in their series that like the more you read it, the more you pick up on.
Yeah.
And especially like the more of their series that you read, the more you pick up on previous series. Like in Cardcaptors, and again, we'll talk about this later, but in Cardcaptors, Tomio's dad that's mentioned briefly, and all those little gadgets that she's given, those things and that character shows up in multiple other series. Chobits and Angelic Layer
As I say, it's
specifically.
Angelic Layer, isn't it?
Yeah. And Chobits. So yeah. And
See,
so
I
it's like
didn't pick up on that.
the more you read of Clamp, the more you pick up on. The more you reread of Clamp, the more you pick up on. And that's one of the reasons that I freaking love Clamp. Yeah, it's the art. Yeah, it's the stories. But it's just like they have this whole freaking universe that's all pieced together. And you're never going to get every piece of the puzzle because they don't finish all their series.
Mhm.
The Clampverse is very cool.
It is. It's a good series. It's
Yeah,
good.
I didn't pick up on that the toy thing that you just mentioned, that it appears in other series.
I took pictures. So I have them for when we read Angelic Layer and Chobits.
Okay.
So
What month is that?
I just had it pulled up. Do you have it? Oh, I can't even read that.
Yeah, I can't read that either.
Hold on. I have it pulled up on my phone. Maybe if I can open it. Sorry, I thought you said 11:30.
No, it's okay. It's right on the other side. The text.
Mark says my unhaul besties, and then Shay. I don't cry either. It takes a lot. I'm excited to read Rick Beta.
In July we're reading both Angelic Layer and Chobits.
Okay.
Oh, and Clover. Clover is also connected to all of them.
I love all
Yeah,
three of
I'm thinking of cheating and read Clover in April.
You cheater. Well, if you do it, then just tell me and I'll move it. And I'll
Well,
read
the
it.
reason why is because I'm trying to move a little bit more, so I can start Tsubasa. I'll have like kind of like 2 months to read it. So I know that one's going to take me longer.
Yes. Tsubasa is so long.
It's like so plot heavy.
Yes. And for anybody new to Clamp, I highly, highly, highly recommend reading Tsubasa and XXX Holic after reading as much Clamp as you possibly can. Because the more other series of Clamp you read before Tsubasa and XXX Holic, the more Tsubasa and XXX Holic is going to make sense. Because if you try those as your like first Clamp series, you're going to miss out on so much context. So, just putting that out there.
I
Yeah.
concur and agree.
Definitely.
Anything else?
Yeah. So next month. Oh well, this month now. Oh wow.
It's
This
February.
month we are reading Rig Veda, which is
Yes.
10-volume dark fantasy series.
Yes. Yep. And it's, I think, might be their first published work.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. First published work. If you watch the anime, just know that the anime is an OVA. So it's a very teeny tiny part of the series.
Yeah. It was published in 1989.
Dang. 2 years after I was born.
1 year after I was born.
Just aged myself.
Doxing yourself.
Well, do you remember how I thought I was a different age? Ruth
Yes.
told me that I was wrong. I was like,
You're like, no. No.
anyways, I will let you go with your reading, partner in crime.
Yep. Shay and I are going to have our girls weekend. Not weekend.
Shay, you don't have any more volume ones to read.
Technically, I have one more because I picked one up since I finished. Because it's the new Koro Yamazaki, so I have to try it.
And I was trying to count. You unhauled like 24 different mangas with the volume 2s and 3s, right? Or is it more?
So a total of 16 series left my collection.
Yeah, because some of them have more than one volume,
Some
though.
of them had more than one volume.
Yeah.
It was 9 more than that, so 25.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Dang.
I did all the numbers yesterday.
More space for manga you love.
Yeah, and since I'm overhauling my library this week also.
That's insane. Are you gonna make a video about unhauling the other books?
About unhauling them?
Or yeah,
She's
unhauling.
doing a library overhaul video.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm overhauling my entire library. Some series have not made it. They've already been unhauled.
Yeah. Bye, Mark.
bye. Yeah, we're gonna have a live stream at the end of this month. I keep thinking it's January still. Wow.
Yeah.
At
We'll have
the-
another live stream either at the end of this month or at the beginning of next month talking about RG Beta. So if you guys want to join, if you want to read it ahead of time so that you can know what's going on, that'd be really cool. And yeah.
And we will see you
Thanks
then.
for joining us.
Thanks for joining.
Sorry for crashing the party.
Never.
Never.